Hey everyone, how are you this Monday? I hope you all had a great weekend. So today we are going to make some turmeric shots. Turmeric energy shots for your immune system and for all of the antimicrobial and all of those things. So let's get on with the turmeric. Let's jump right in. I'm gonna have an orange. I'm making a small one. So one orange, one lemon, a piece of ginger. Let's cut the ginger. Some black pepper, some turmeric, a little bit of chili, just to give it some punch. So right now, I'm going to peel this orange, and I'm going to save those peels for another project. But I want to peel the orange, and then the lemon, and save the peels, because I will be using them for something else. Hello everyone. I am Patricia. How are you today? Let me get some music on so we can get some good vibes going. So I'm going to take off most of this pulp, this white casing, because that'll be less to process. So I'm going to cut this in chunks and throw this in the blender. That's one nice healthy orange. We have that. Now we're going to do the lemon. And these turmeric shots are really good. Gives you a boost, gives you a digestive system, a good kickstart for the day. You get your alkaline, which is very important, as we all know. You need alkaline. Hello everyone. We're just going to do some turmeric shots today. We're not going to do a tea today. But for the ladies, I will be, if you come back tomorrow to the live, 11, I will be doing the menstrual, menopause, all of the female uterine problems. I will be doing the tea. It's going to be a nice tea. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, so you can come back tomorrow. If you're female and you're suffering with menopause, premenopause, cramps, menstrual cramps, all of those things, tomorrow you can tune in and you can see what kind of tea might help alleviate some of those cramps that you get, the hot flashes, all of those women hormonal related things that start in your uterine. So we're going to put a lemon here. Right now we're just going to do the turmeric shots with some ginger. We got a whole lemon. I just want to get out any seeds out of here. Let me just make sure there's no seeds in the middle. And we're going to put that lemon in there as well. Make sure, you know, a lot of fruit these days doesn't have the actual seeds, which is very concerning. So you want to make sure, if you can try to get organic. See, I get seeds because I look for plants, food that actually has the seeds in it, so I know that it's organic. Anything that doesn't have seeds, if it's a fruit, it's actually a hybrid, it's man-made, and you don't want that. The reason why they took out the seeds is to control society. So they can control the farmers. If they take the seeds, you buy only theirs with no seeds in it, then you have no choice but to go to them to replenish your farm. So that's really what's going on. They're trying to stop everyone from going on their own and being self-sufficient and creating your own lemons with seeds and all that. So I'm just going to put one little knob of ginger. Just going to put a little bit of ginger in this turmeric shots. How many of you have had, put it in the comments, if you've had turmeric shots. So there we have lemon, orange, ginger, and we're going to put some water, little shot of black pepper. I'm going to put a tiny bit of, just a tiniest bit of cayenne pepper, just to give it a little bit of a kick. That. Put this over here, put these over here. Let's finish up putting this lemon in here and some water. Let me just get a bottle of water. I'll be right back. Good vibes only, everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you? So far, we have black pepper, lemon, ginger, orange. And now we're going to put some water. And I'm going to give it a spin. Crush it up. I didn't put music on because I heard that if you put music on the TikTok shop, that now you get a strike. So I don't know if that's true, but let's take a look and see what happens here. Make sure it's locked. Don't forget to get the book in the TikTok shop. Now I'm going to put a nice heaping spoon of turmeric, because these are turmeric shots, and you can get this in the morning. If you know Barbara O'Neill, she tells you lemon, you want to alkalize your body early in the morning before you even have anything to eat. So I'm going to put a nice big teaspoon in there. And let's see what happens now. Let's put the top back on. And that's looking good. I think I'll put a little bit more water. And then what you do is you can put this through a strainer to get the pulp out. If you're a person that doesn't like pulp, put it in a strainer. Run it through the strainer. And you can pour it right into the glass. Now, because these are single servings for 2 people, look at that, delicious. So now, I'm gonna put that back, and I'm gonna take my glass, and I'm gonna put this through the strainer here, just a little bit of a portion. And you can always save this pulp. You can freeze the pulp. You can actually put this whole thing through ice cube trays and save it for another day. And the pulp you can put in muffins or something, another recipe. You can freeze the pulp in the ice cube trays. See this pulp? Look at that. So you can put this through a cheesecloth or the strainer and get out that if you don't like it. Me, I love the pulp. But let's finish up the rest. I want to put this pulp somewhere. I think. What I'm going to do I just want to taste it because it's a shot, but I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put a whole thing in this measuring glass. Delicious. So now you have your turmeric shots. So this is turmeric, 1 full tablespoon of turmeric. I'll put the recipe below the video. A full tablespoon of turmeric, 1 whole lemon, 1 whole orange, a half a thumb's worth of ginger, a little pinch of black pepper, a pinch of cayenne pepper. Now you can, this is going to sound weird, you can put olive oil, a tiny 1/4 of a teaspoon, so it can help your stomach digest and let the turmeric bind to your system so you don't lose the medicine, because a lot of people say that if you take it just with the pepper, that it doesn't always digest. Well, there is some truth to that. So you can put a tiny pinch of coconut water. You can actually substitute the regular water for coconut water, and you could put a pinch of coconut oil so it can be consistent with the coconut water. But I'm going to put a shot of honey in here because I can taste it without the honey. And let's take a look. Really good. You don't even need the honey. But because I love honey, I'm going to put the honey in there anyway. So you can make this and put this in the refrigerator for about a week, and your family can have a nice shot of alkaline in the morning. With all of these antioxidants and all of these other things in here, I'm going to put this in the freezer. And so there you have it. So the next thing, like I said, here's my book. Order the book. It's in the web shop. It's in the TikTok shop. You can get that there. And that has recipes as well. It has recipes for those 5 weeds. Drinks you can make, foods you can serve. There are recipes in there, salads, different ways to use those herbs. So I hope you enjoyed that, but I'm gonna freeze this. Look at this pulp, it looks delicious. And that, you can put, imagine making some muffins, some nice orange cake or a lemon cake, and you put this pulp in there. That's going to be a delicious cake if you like sweets and pastries. So again, that was only, let's see how many ounces is this total. This is only 15 ounces. This is a single serving. So I can do little shot glasses that are 2 ounces or less, because you only need a shot in the morning. Now you can fill these up for your family. You can fill these up. Your family come in, they're in the refrigerator, take a shot in the morning and go about your day. And you have the alkaline that you need to keep your pH balanced, because if you have more acid in your bloodstream, that's how you wind up with infections and inflammation and diseases and mucus. And diseases love acid. They love a pH balance that is mostly acid. That's how everybody starts getting arthritis and all of these different things, because you're not taking alkaline. Now, you don't have to go overboard and become too alkaline. You want to keep a nice balance. So I'm going to put this in the freezer, and that will be served. I think I'll make a cake. I think I'll make some muffins with that. And I'm going to get rid of this and these. But yes, you can fill these up, because that's all you need is about 2 ounces or less. A nice good shot of these turmeric blasts. Okay? They're called turmeric shots. In New York, they're up to $12 just for a little small bottle. $12. And I just showed you the recipe, so you can make this at home. But you can guarantee, if you go to a tourist site, to any kind of health food restaurant, you're going to be paying a lot more than you would if you just go right to your fruit basket and make your own. So that's a nice recipe for you guys, and I hope somebody utilizes it, because it's something, you know, you can actually add some cinnamon in there as well. All of these anti-inflammatories, but you want a good pH balance. That way you know that you are not becoming a breeding ground, because your body can become a breeding ground for infection. And if you don't keep a pH balance where infections are afraid to grow in, you have to make your body an environment that is resistant. You're building up your immune system. So you want to create an internal atmosphere, an internal environment, so you don't get all of these infections and diseases and ADHD and all of these things that are feeding off of the acid in your body. Anyone have any questions? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? So that's my herbal book. You can get that in my TikTok shop. And you can ask me any questions. I am here. And I will take a seat right here in this little space as soon as I clean this off. But I want to put a little shot of honey in mine because I like honey. I'm going to put some honey in here. Now I make sure that my family has a lot of things like elderberry syrup. I make sure my son-in-law does, we do seaweed shots in the morning with seaweed. I mean, we really try to incorporate things that are really needed to create healthy bacteria in your system, as opposed to just sugar and junk food and all of that, where you create the environment for disease. And you don't want to create that type of environment because, as we all know, a lot of people are on these platforms with cancer. A lot of people are saying that they wound up with cancer. Young people, not just older people. This is young folks. I've looked at, in the past week alone, I must have seen about 16 people under 50, under 45 with cancer. Some of them are at their last stages. Now, I do have the tea I'm about to make. I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator. Then we're going to talk about detoxifying your body, getting rid of the parasites. Let's just make this go here. And so let me pour this out. Wormwood is very, very effective for parasites. So let me just show you. This stuff is extremely strong. It's only to be used short term. Only short term. Okay. This is very, very strong. This is wormwood. If you want to get rid of parasites, I have the tea. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate that. Wormwood eliminates tapeworms, ringworms, roundworms, heartworms. There's like 5 different types of worms that this alone. So I'm going to make a blend with some other herbs, and that'll be in the TikTok shop. It's a little tea. I do the small bags of tea, and you'll get it in this bag. It'll be a blend. I'll be making some today. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you very much. Vanessa Hawkins, thank you. Guys, don't be afraid to tap the screen. It helps the platform. If this information is anywhere helpful to you, please show your support by tapping the screen. It's free to tap the screen. It's free. So, I'll be doing an herbal blend to clean the parasites. You can use it in small doses. You make a small cup of tea. It's strong. And then I'll be showing you Wednesday. Today's Monday. We're only doing the um, turmeric shots today. But if you come back on Wednesday, we'll talk about this. I'll make the tea and I will upload this on the shop, and you can get this tea blend that will be wormwood as the main herb, and then there'll be some other herbs to kind of blend it out and help with digestion, help go feed through the large intestine as well as the small intestine, because some people think that if you clean one parasite, but the body, if you look at my other video, you will see all of the parts of the body that parasites go in your brain. That's the amoeba parasite. That's the one with the little boy. If you look for the amoeba parasite, you can get that in lakes, in dirty water, and that will eat up your brain. You can be unalived by the amoeba virus attacking your brain. Then there are parasites that go in your lymph nodes, and there's parasites that go in your intestines. Do you know that there are also parasites that go in your feet, in your legs, in your muscles? There are many different types of parasites. I think there's about 9 different parasites, and they do invade your body. So Wednesday, we're going to talk about the parasites, what kind, and go into more detail of what they are doing to your body and how your body can be infected with parasites and how you can eradicate them. Hi, Greg. Oh, that's my brother's name. Thank you. You just got the #1 gifter badge, Greg. Thank you very much. And yeah, so hi, Willie, and hi, I can't see your name. Suranta. I hope I pronounced it right. But there's a lot of different parasites, and this little piece, let me show you one of these little twigs. So this is very woody. Here's a teeny little twig. This alone is so strong. You're like, ugh. But I'm going to incorporate it maybe with some lemon or some other herbs and some fruit to make it taste more pleasant. So it'll be a nice herbal blend. And trust me, before I give it to you, I'm going to taste it, because one thing I hate is bitter, horrible tasting stuff. How many of you like to taste bitter stuff? But just to let you know, that if your body is rejecting bitter flavors, that means you do have parasites, because parasites feed off of sugar. So if you have a sugar craving, if you have any kind of sugar craving, more than likely you have one or more types of parasites. So you want to make sure to come back Wednesday at 11 o'clock, and we will do the entire hour, because I'm only here for an hour because I have to do things in the garden and package stuff up and all kinds of things. So, and also marketing the book. But if you grab the book, it's in my TikTok shop. Okay, grab the book and I'll send you a signed copy of it, and we can try to eradicate some parasites and help ourselves, help our family members all get healthy. Okay? How many of you are craving sugar? Who craves sugar other than myself? I did not know that craving sugar had anything to do with parasites. I had no idea until I became an herbalist. So now it is my mission to avoid sugar, other than my turmeric shot here. So for those of you that are new here or just came in, I was making turmeric shots, and we finished that. So I want to just go over the parasite cleanse, because I saw the kid that died from the amoeba virus. I think he was 14 years old, and he got a virus in his brain from going into a lake. Guys, please don't go into lakes. If it's not fresh water, like a beach where it's going and coming, don't go in any standing water. Standing water is a breeding ground for all kinds of parasites. Don't do it. That tastes delicious. It's more than a shot, but I like to drink a lot of stuff. So, but anyway, that is it for today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And what I'm going to do is I'll be back tomorrow. If you are a female and you have any kind of menopause, hot flashes, menstrual cramps, imbalances, come back tomorrow at 11 o'clock and we will do, actually make it 11:30. We're going to talk about a blend for women's bodies, okay? Hi, Sunshine, how are you? And hi, let me see your other names. What is that, Pietro? I don't see that. So, but anyway, folks, please, I'll see you tomorrow at 11:30, where we will talk about women's issues and different ways to tone down some of those cramps, the hot flashes, the menopause, the premenopause, all of that. Tomorrow is the Women's Day, but at 11:30. So if you have a sister, family member, whoever that is suffering with these cramps and all of these things, you want to come tomorrow at 11:30, and I will be here, and we're going to talk about different herbs that can help you manage those pains and those cramps and those hot flashes and all of those things. Okay? So I am going to hit the road, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.